Let me tell you a story. The day my little brother got kidnapped by a ghost. Now, I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but you can tell me by listening to the story what you think happened. Okay. It was a super nice afternoon, very chilled. We were hanging out with our neighbors and in our yard, by the way. So during this time, the neighbors decided to leave, and this was around like 4 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And my little brother at the time was around 3 years old, 2 years old. He couldn't really walk that well, but he could walk. He was still crawling and he couldn't open doors. He couldn't leave the house on his own. You had to carry him or open the door for him. So I need you to make sense of this, okay? Keep that in mind. I was probably around 10 years old when this happened, and the neighbors left. We went back inside the house, and my little brother fell asleep. My auntie locked all of the main doors that lead outside and put my little brother in the main room, his bedroom, to sleep. She closed the door. All of the windows in our house are barred. They have bars, okay? So there's no way he could have escaped, right? Now listen to this part. It wasn't even 20 minutes, 25 minutes, for example. Yes, it was around 25 minutes later, and we hear a knock on the door. My older sister opens the door, and there's this Indian man carrying my little brother. I don't even know how to explain that. He was literally holding my little brother, and he asked us, "Is this your child?" My sister ran to my parents and said our little brother is outside. So everyone was confused, and my parents went to him and asked him, "Where did you find him? What happened?" Because he was sleeping in the room. 25 minutes ago, he was asleep in the room, which was closed. Keep in mind, while we're talking to him, the bedroom door is still closed. Everything was closed. He tells us that he was driving on the road, right? Obviously, where else can you drive? He was driving on the road, and out of nowhere, this little boy pops up in the middle of the road. I kid you not, that's what he said. He said that one moment there was no one. The next thing, he sees a little boy in the middle of the road, and he almost hit him with his car. Luckily, he stopped the car in time, and when he looked around, he couldn't really see anyone, and he just immediately went to our house and asked us that question, which is insane. We obviously didn't ask him any other questions after that. We just took my little brother, and we went back to my auntie, and we like, "Auntie, what happened?" She keeps telling us the same story, that she left him in bed to sleep and closed the door. Now, if I was not with my auntie that time, we would have not believed her. We would have thought that she snuck him out in some way and tried to off him. So because I was there, I could vouch, and I told them as well that, listen, I saw her put him to bed. I saw him go to sleep. The door was closed. I was playing in the living room the entire time. Nobody left the house from the time we came back inside. Not a single person went outside. So it was not possible to have my little brother standing in the middle of the road. And not even, I think a few days after that, that's when I started hearing rumors at school that the street is, in that specific road, a bunch of people died. And yeah, it became a whole thing, and there's this whole theory about ghosts in my neighborhood. So I need you to tell me, what do you think happened that day? I have a lot more stories like this that happened in my life. If you want to know more, follow me on TikTok. See you soon.